I mean, these are goals definitely very clear, very concrete, that I hope that you will both be very successful in whatever you're trying to do.
We will.
And but that linked to the next level, what do you think about the outcome of the presidential election? Do you think it's going to change the city, or how you run the city, how it will affect your city somehow?
I wouldn't say it's going to change the city per se. I think that our city will be very much the same under this administration as it has been. We have a very conservative city to begin with. I think that the opportunities that will develop could be instrumental. A number of the burdens that we have cities have been operating under, and for us having our own power company, some of the things the EPA has put in place has made a number of challenges. But for all of our cities on the wastewater side and things of that nature, we should be able to get more reasonable regulations in place, and certainly a lot less unfunded mandates in place. So I think all those will happen, but I think our citizens will have an opportunity on small business and others to compete in ways and do things. I'm really predicting a huge surge in our economy, because I really feel like there has been for a long time a pent-up demand to be able to go out and do business. But when people that are trying to start a business or just feel burdened by so many regulations to start with, we've done nothing but impede business, and I think that atmosphere will change.
How about you?
Well, I'll mention one thing that's got all of the mayors in the country excited is a huge infrastructure package, and we heard from the Vice President of the United States telling all the mayors at our conference that they are going to have a large infrastructure package. Well, rebuilding our roads and our highways, bridges, and so forth is very important. But I think the thing that we need to all keep in mind is, whether we were Democrat, Republican, Independent, or whatever, is that we have a new president that we need to give an opportunity to succeed. We need to try to get behind it. The election is over, and let's come together and work on our various goals. And yes, I think now is a time for us to be optimistic. And in fact, isn't this the year of the rooster? A new beginning, that signals a new beginning, and we have a new beginning here in 2017, and I think it's going to be a great year.
Thank you very much. And what do you think about the different, because cities in America are now a lot more diverse, we have different cultural groups. What are you doing that trying to, or help bring people together from different cultural groups?
Well, Garland has no ethnic majority. So we are a city of minorities. In our school district, there's 114 different languages spoken in the home. Because of all the industries and things and engineers and so many people who come from all over the world, there are a large number of languages. In a study by Brown University about a year ago, our neighborhoods were registered or measured as being the 5th most racially integrated neighborhoods in the United States. You have no clue who's going to live in a house when you knock on a door in Garland. And I think that diversity and that openness is something that's a very strong strength in our community. We do what we can in the city to foster that. We try to make sure that everyone from every background has a voice and an opportunity to serve. And to promote that, to make sure it happens, we formed a number of years ago a Community Multicultural Commission, which has about 15 people on it. And each council member and the mayor appoints people to that, so that we can try to make sure that all cultures in the city are talking to each other and working together. And it's worked out really, really well.
Now, with City of Arlington, I went to one of the meetings with the commission, one of the commissions, and I didn't realize that we have such a large population of Middle Easterners. I mean, we had a lot of Chinese, Vietnamese, a lot of Mexican or Hispanic, but I didn't know that we have a lot of people from the Middle East, and they have like 4 temples or something like that. Do you have something that you have in plan with the community that help bring people together?
Well, as a matter of fact, I make regular visits there to both our mosque and our churches. Our faith-based community there is very active in Arlington, and yes, we have a large Muslim population here in our community, but we also have a large Asian community, a large Hispanic community, and then you will be surprised because you will run into Kurdish, Swedish, German. it's almost every culture is represented, and I'll go back to the University of Texas at Arlington. It attracts students from all over the world. They come to go to school there, they fall in love with it, they tell their parents and their other family, and they come and move here to Arlington. I went to a dinner party here not too long ago at one of our bed and breakfast there that is owned by a Filipino American. And I expected to see a lot of Asian American citizens there. Well, no. There were 40 people there, and every one of them represented a different country that they had moved from, practically. It was an amazing thing. And then here was the best thing, Arthurine. They were all friends. This wasn't a deal where the owner had invited different people to represent those cultures. No, they got together for dinner all the time, and I think that's what we strive for, is so that, yes, you will reach out to someone to go to dinner with that doesn't look like you, that is different, and I think we can grow together that way, and that is the purpose of our community relations commissions, to grow together and to take advantage of all of the great things from each one of these cultures.
You're right. And then there's one more thing, like when you have so many different cultures, you have a lot of good food. I know City of Garland has a lot, and City of Arlington too. We both have such a diverse representation of different food, different cultures. And what, so you see the contribution in terms of cuisine, and they bring jobs to the community. So globalization, being citizen of the world, is something that evident in what you guys both said. What do you think, realistically, what can these members of different community groups do to help the city, grow the city? What do you think they should do?
Well, I think they're already doing it. So many of our different ethnic groups own businesses and operate businesses. They buy components to their business from a lot of other businesses. It's a very integrated relationship. But I think it's important that they buy homes and operate businesses and be good citizens. Our schools are extremely diverse. We see lots of different types of children that are all working together. The discussion of different ethnic groups doesn't really happen in the school so much. They just accept themselves all as one group, and I think that's extremely important. And when you go to assemblies or things of that nature, you see kids that are just all makes and from all kinds of probably nationalities, but it's not important. They're all there as students.
How about you, Major?
Well, it is pretty exciting, as Mayor Athis said, when you go to a school assembly or see the choirs perform. It's like the United Nations, and that is very uplifting to see that. But one of the things that we're working on right now is to work with our small businesses that are owned by our different ethnic groups, to let people know that you're welcome in the Vietnamese restaurant, you're welcome in the Tex-Mex restaurant, that all of our people are welcome, and then all of us, all of our businesses welcome all of the ethnic groups. And there's certain things that need to be done. Our city is working with the businesses so they do look more inviting to everyone. And then the other part of it is getting the word out. And in fact, last night I was at Bentron Plaza, and it was exciting to see the celebration there. Well, that is a great market, as is Asia Times Square down the road, that offers a lot of different products, and it should not just be Asian Americans going in there. Well, it's not. Other people are coming in and recognizing the value of those markets and then how great they are. And I'm very excited about both of those markets.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here and sharing your stories and educating us about what's going on with your city, for both of you being here. And we look forward to other future opportunities to have you here at the studio. Thank you very much. Cảm ơn quý vị đã theo dõi chương trình Tìm Hiểu Pháp Luật, và xin quý vị trở lại với chương trình Tìm Hiểu Pháp Luật và ủng hộ chương trình trong những kỳ tới. Cảm ơn quý vị.